A few years ago, starting a business meant learning the skills of like 20 different people. Website design, copywriting, marketing, all of it. Or you needed a lot of money to hire people to do all of it for you. But that's just not the case anymore. Why? Because of AI. And AI didn't remove the need for a good idea. It removed the technical part that used to stop most people before they even started. So even if you're not a designer, not a developer, not a marketer, you can still build something real. Let me show you how. First, you need an idea. If you don't have any idea yet, AI can help you with that too. So you can go to Claude or ChatGPT and ask something like, I'm starting a business. Act as my business coach. Keep asking me questions until you give me 10 personalized business ideas that I can run with no money upfront. It will walk you through it and give you the options based on your answers. But having an idea is only step one. Before you build anything, you need to check if people actually want it. And here is how I would do it. Open Instagram or TikTok and search for content in your niche. Look at the comments on related posts. Are people asking questions? Are they tagging their friends? Are they talking about some real problems? Next, I would check if brands in that niche are already running ads. And if I find an ad that has been running for over 30 days with lots of different variations, that's a sign that it's working. Next, you should also ask yourself if you can make about 20 to 30% profit margin after all your costs. Now let me give you an example so this is not just theory. Let's say you want to sell Pilates gear. You open Instagram, you search for the word Pilates, and you start engaging with that content. Liking, saving, watching videos to the end. The algorithm picks up on this and it starts showing you even more Pilates content. And eventually it will also be showing you lots of product ads targeted at the same audience. Now here is what you're actually looking for. If you see an ad and it has just a few likes with nothing else, that's a weak signal. But if you see people tagging their friends, asking, does this actually help with lower back pain? Or they're talking about their own experience trying to get into Pilates, that's real interest. It's not just a product that people occasionally like, but a product that people actually want. So if you can check these boxes that I mentioned, you have something worth building. And this is the part that a lot of people skip. They just jump straight to building the store, and that's actually where I want to show you something. I partnered with Shoplazza for this part of the video to show you how fast you can go from an idea to an actual store using AI. Shoplazza is an AI-native commerce operating system that makes online selling and scaling a lot easier. And I want to be clear here, it's not just a website builder with some AI features added on top. It's a multi-agent system, meaning that you have several different AI agents working together to help you build, run, and grow your store from one platform. Let me show you how it works. The first agent is the AI store builder. You just describe your business in a normal conversation, like you're talking to a person, and it builds you a ready-to-sell online store in about 5 minutes. No coding, no design experience needed. See, I've shown you the whole process on a higher speed, and it already generated the layout, the pages, and the product sections. I've got a complete store with product pages, an About Us page, and collections, category pages, and so on. Once your store is live, you still need to run it day to day, right? And that's where Athena comes in. Athena is Shoplazza's operation agent, and you can manage and optimize your store just by chatting with it in natural language. For example, if you need to update inventory or check your performance or adjust some settings, you can just ask it in plain English. Like here, I asked to create a full listing from just a photo of the product. Then there is also Lazza Studio, the creative agent. This one generates product images, lifestyle visuals, and marketing materials for you in minutes. So even if you don't have a photographer or a designer, your store can still look professional. And here is something that I really like. Shoplazza connects with over 500 partners. including Meta, Google, TikTok, payment providers, fulfillment services, print on demand, dropshipping, all from one place. You're not jumping between 10 different tools to run your store. So the whole journey looks like this. You have your idea, then you build your store with a store building agent, then you manage it with Athena. Through Athena, you can call other agents to generate visual assets, and you connect everything else through their partner ecosystem. You basically go from just a prompt to revenue. And if you want to try it yourself, definitely do it, because Shoplazza has a 7-day free trial. I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, so now you have a store. But a store with no visitors doesn't make any sales. You have two main options here. One is organic traffic. This means posting content on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. It's free, but it takes time to build momentum. The second option is paid traffic. This means running ads on Meta or TikTok. And if you're just starting out, paid ads are usually faster and more predictable. But some things have actually changed recently. Platforms don't target people based on demographics as much anymore. They look at your actual video, what you're saying in it, and they use that to figure out who to show it to. So here's what I mean. If your ad just says, "This product is amazing," then the platform doesn't have enough information to know who to show it to. But if you say something specific, for example, if you sell a product for back pain relief, you should say, "For people who sit at desk all day and deal with back pain." Now the platform knows exactly who to target. Your creative is basically doing the targeting for you. And if you want to get more ideas of how to describe your product, you can look at your competitors' ads. If they've been running the same ad for weeks with different variations, then look at what problem they're trying to address in their ads. That is usually the angle that is already converting well. Now, let's talk about numbers for a second. Let's say you're testing with $50 a day. After 3 to 4 days, you've spent $150 to $200. That's your first checkpoint. If you've got 0 sales after that, and you already tested a couple of different angles, that's a sign to move on to a different product. But if you've got even 1 or 2 sales, even if you're not profitable yet, that's proof the product works. At that point, the problem is not the product, it's usually the creative. So you need to fix the ad, but not the whole product idea. Now, I want to talk about a few mistakes that I see that people make with this. One, they run just one ad for one single day, and if it doesn't convert, they just quit. But you need at least a few days and enough budget before you can judge anything about paid ads. Second, people only test one version of the ad. But you should always test a few different angles for the same product, not just one video. Another mistake is that people sometimes keep spending on an ad that clearly isn't working instead just turning it off. You should let the numbers tell you what to do, not your gut in this case. On the next step, I want to talk about what makes your store last. So here's the part that most tutorials skip. Anyone can copy your product and your ads. What they cannot copy is your supplier relationship, your branding, and your packaging. So the first mistake is that you're waiting too long to talk to your supplier. Most people wait until they're doing huge volume before reaching out. Instead, once you're doing around 50 to 100 orders a month, that's actually the right time to reach out, because now you have real numbers to show them. So when you reach to your supplier directly, don't just ask for a lower price. Instead, you should frame it as a partnership. You should tell them your monthly volume is high and tell them where you're headed. Now, mistake number 2 is not planning for packaging early enough. I see that a lot of people wait until they're already doing thousands of orders before they even think about custom packaging. And by then, customers are already used to generic shipments. Ask about custom packaging early, even before you need it. This way, when you're ready, you already know the costs and the timelines. And the third mistake is competing on price instead of building something that people remember. If your only difference from other stores is a slightly lower price, then you're in a race to the bottom. You should focus on making your customer's experience feel like a real brand, not a random dropship order. This is what actually protects your business in the long term. Everything else, your competitors can copy it in a weekend. And remember, you don't need to know everything to start. You just need to take the first step. And if this video helped you, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now, if you want to know why I think that 99% of people still don't know the basics of AI, then check my video linked up there. I'll see you in the next one.